Okay, now we're going to talk about routing profiles. Uh, Last we talked about our flow. Our flow was routing calls based on what the customer types in. Was routing calls to different queues. One was a sales support queue, and one was a technical support queue. So now we're going to look at routing profiles. A routing profile is a collection of queues that an agent will service contacts from. I don't like that sentence, but basically, an agent who's a sales agent will have a routing profile which listens to the sales queue. An agent that's a technical support agent will have a routing profile that listens to a, a queue that's for technical support. So remember, we the customer is getting this has this flow that says press one for sales, press two for technical support. If that user presses two for technical support, it will go to a queue, and the routing profile associated with that queue will be technical people. Technical agents will have this profile, and that profile would listen on the queue. So routing profiles enable agents to service multiple queues with the proper priority. Um, we'll talk about that in a minute. And we could see the number of agent staff per profile. We could also view historical changes as usual. We could set channels, voice, chat, emails, and tasks. We could set the maximum contacts per agent. We could default to outbound queue or set the outbound queue. Uh, it defines the queues that are handled. Like I said, if it's a technical support agent and their routing profile is technical, then they'd be listening on the technical queue. Okay, we could define the routing order, the priority, and the delay. So let's take a look at what this looks like. Okay, so let's go into the dashboard, Amazon Connect dashboard. We are now at this step here, creating routing profiles. And let's see what kind of routing. Now, here's a basic routing profile. Take a look at it. Out of the box, it did this for me. It has a name, it has a description, it supports these channels, and there's a maximum number of contacts per channel. And the queue that the basic routing profile listens on is the basic queue. And the default outbound queue is basic queue. And that's really all that's there. So let's cancel out of this. Let's create a routing profile. And let's call this sales routing profile. So let's say it's sales routes at the moment. Let's just say it's voice. And I'm going to search for a queue, and I'm going to make it the I'm sorry, which queue was this? The sales. I'm going to make it the sales support queue. I'm going to make it a property priority of one. And this particular routing profile, let me see what I call this. Yeah, this is a sales rep. So we could have a sales rep answer the technical queue if someone's out sick, if they want to, if maybe they have the skills. So they could have a lower priority for that queue. They could listen to different queues, but just point that out. The priority is, if there's agents with a particular listening on a queue or multiple queues, you could prioritize those queues. And you could also have delay delay in seconds, which means I'm going to wait 60 seconds before I pick up anything in that queue because this first priority queue might open it up and I want the sales rep to answer it. I don't want anyone else to answer it. So these two values are useful. I don't feel like I need them right now to do this. So let's default outbound queue, make it the sales queue. And we're going to leave this blank and save that. Now, let's refresh that. So we have a sales routing profile, and we're going to create a technical support profile. I'm also going to make it a voice. We'll do the chat later. My goal is to do a complete demo with the calls, and then we'll go back and modify whatever we want. Okay, so this is going to be a queue, and it's going to be the technical support queue. And I have a priority and delay. And like I said, I just have one queue, so the priority wouldn't matter. The technical support people, if you want to, if the sales people are busy and that you want the technical support person to pick up the sales queue, like on the weekend or something, you could do that. And like I said, this value here is a delay, and there's no point in delaying because there's not another queue picking anything up. So we're going to leave this as 0. Make my outbound queue technical support, and I'm going to save this. Let's look at our historical changes. We created these routing profiles, and now let's move on to the next task, uh, which is create users. So I'll start another video for that, although it's relatively simple.